attachment theory classifications can be used in examining how an individual views the concept of love. For example, Hazen and Shaver found individual differences in the way people understand love, with some characterizing the concept of love in a more secure way, and others characterizing it in a more avoidant or anxious, ambivalent, this resistant way. In fact, the best predictors of adult attachment classification were the individual's perceptions of their own child-parent relationships. The way in which individuals view their childhood attachment histories impact the way they view the concept of love. Interestingly, Hazen and Shaver explain that adults are very similar to infants in how they handle an event where their attachment system has been triggered, but no attachment figure is present. They protest and they try to lessen the proximal distance between themselves and their attachment figure. For example, somebody who is in this has this resistant attachment history. There were researchers who did this study to look at people with these different attachment histories, so avoidant versus resistant. They wanted to see how often do you check your girlfriend or your boyfriend's Facebook page. So can you guys guess, based on these different attachment histories, who would check the Facebook page more, avoidant or resistant? What they found was that individuals who were more resistant, more anxiously attached, would check that Facebook page all the time. Basically, they're trying to lessen that distance between them and their secure base, but they're doing so on the internet. So they would check it way more often than someone who is avoidant, who just ignores their secure base, right? So here they weren't checking that Facebook very much. So Cindy Hazen and Philip Shaver used these infant attachment theories as the basis for examining how adult love relationships are related to those early parent-child interactions. And research findings have indicated that adults with different styles differed predictably in the way they experienced love. Secure lovers had relationships characterized by happiness, trust, and friendship. These people emphasized being able to accept and support their partner despite their partner's faults. Moreover, their relationships tended to endure longer. The avoidant lovers were marked by fear of intimacy, emotional highs and lows, and jealousy. Anxious, ambivalent lovers experienced love as involving obsession, a desire for reciprocation and union, also emotional highs and lows, and extreme sexual attraction and jealousy. So there are significant relationships between attachment style and relationship satisfaction and partner perception accuracy. So other researchers found that both avoidantly attached men and anxiously attached individuals of both sexes reported lower relationship satisfaction. In addition, anxiously attached men showed consistently lower accuracy in perceiving their partner's feelings about the relationship. So as attachment theorists predict, the nature of adult attachment is strongly correlated with early attachment style. Love is really a function of biopsychosocial forces. The idea here is that adult relationships are complex. Fisher's research shows that love is one of 3 discrete interrelated emotional systems. So, sex drive and attachment are the other systems there. Fisher says that love is a distinct neurological emotion with different stages of love involving different neurochemicals. So the neurochemicals related to amphetamines actually come into play in the process of falling in love. It's exhilarating. There's lots of dopamine. Then this neurochemistry shifts towards substances related to morphine when long-term relationships are established. So basically, the person you're with is like a narcotic. Oxytocin also plays a role here oxytocin is known as the cuddle hormone. So So psychologically, intimacy is a very important developmental issue. The kinds of relationships that you saw and experienced as a child affect how you define and act in relationships that you develop as an adult. So sociocultural forces are going to shape the characteristics that you find desirable in a mate and determine whether you're likely to encounter resistance. Life cycle forces will play a role here as well. So hopefully with all of the everything that we've discussed on love so far, you can really see the biopsychosocial aspect of it. Again, the biological aspect, this neurological, emotional system, the neurochemicals involved. If you listen to that TED Talk, that's really indicative of the biological force. Psychological, that involves your attachment history. Also the task there of intimacy versus isolation. And then social, again, your attachment history would also play a role there as well. So you can see all of these different forces really coming into play.